Well, first of all, I'm going to call you Jimmy Rolls Royce. Okay? And it's really great to be to have you and Thomas and Annie and people that have what I call the real true spirit of network marketing to be with you guys. But the answer to your question is, of course, the platform is not the only thing that we market here. The platform is a component of it. In any business that you have, you've got to have what I call a purpose, and you've got to have a path. Our purpose is to change the entire industry and do network marketing more differently than it's ever been done before. You know, I sat back and I watched Uber transform the taxi cab industry, and I had no skin in the game. I didn't profit one dime from it. And I saw network marketing as the same. I saw that network marketing was using taxi cab methodologies, and I wanted to do what I knew to bring network marketing into the Uber age. And so, as I mentioned, you've got to have a purpose, you got to have a path. Our purpose is to make that change and to make it where every person in network marketing really has a real true opportunity to earn money. Well, the path by doing that is through iBuumerang. I believe it's my gift to the network marketing industry. And this platform is just a small component of it. So what we're using a platform for, remember, the platform is a tool, and is a tool to distribute whatever it is that you want to distribute. Well, we're being able to distribute many things from that, not only dreams, not only goals, vision, but we're able to distribute savings to people all over the world. Okay, and 123 days. I just looked now. We've got I think almost 99,000 customers, and I think it was 29,900 distributors, ambassadors that we have in the company now. I'm not aware of any other company who's done anything close to that. And it's because we're not trying to be the typical network marketing company. The typical network marketing company, Jimmy, we get people involved and we tell them to do things that they don't want to do. Like, go sell products. And even though people sell products, if you ask a room of 1,000 people, how many of you like selling? You will probably have maybe 10 hands go up. 1%. Not even 1%, 1/10 of 1%. And so we force them to do things that they don't want to do. Typically in network marketing, we say, hey, listen, follow up, and we train on follow up. And if you ask them, how many of you really like calling customers back, checking on customers? They don't like doing it. And I saw myself, my first 7 years, I failed miserably. And it was because I was forced to do things that I didn't like to do. And so what I saw in network marketing was, what if I created a scenario whereas I didn't force people to do things that they didn't like to do? And that's why I created the Priv. That's why iBuumerang was actually born. So number one, there's no selling. Not because we're afraid to sell. There's nothing to sell, but there's plenty for people to buy. Okay? Last month we had 4,144 people to make a reservation on our travel savings platform. More than any other company in the travel business that actually says that they book travel. We actually do book travel. But with all of those customers that we got, what I want you to imagine is this. All of those customers that we acquire, and our goal is to have 5 million customers by at the end of our first year. Right now we're averaging about 1,000 customers activated per day. We will actually be at about 10,000 customers per day by January, or by the end of this year going into 2020, and 5 million by the end of 1 year, which means March 11th, 2020, 5 million customers after our first year, with some technologies that we're bringing in. And so what I'm looking at is being able to do something different, whereas it's the responsibility of our ambassadors to get the customer, but it's iBuumerang's responsibility to keep the customer and to make customers profitable for you. That's what's different about iBuumerang. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And the platform is real. The savings are real. When I started iBuumerang, our platform had saved customers over $55 million in travel savings. We are now over $67 million in travel savings. And that's just a little over 120 days later. So it's working. It is absolutely working. By the way, Jimmy, that's my house right there. I know I hadn't taken you over here, but that's what we call the Buggs Mahal there. That's Buggs Mahal right there. The reason we call it the Buggs Mahal is because it took just as much time to build as the Taj Mahal. And my last name is not Taj, so I call it the Buggs Mahal.
Le Taj Mahal et le Buggs Mahal.
Yeah.
Vous avez vu?
C'est énorme cette maison.
That's crazy.
You know, so the foundation of iBuumerang has been built on giving, okay? If you look at the principle of what a boomerang does, you must give energy first. If you don't give energy to a boomerang, nothing happens. If you give energy to a boomerang, you throw it out, and the exact energy you give out comes back to you. And so what we do is every person who's a customer, we bless that 25 customers to every one ambassador. Right now, we've got 3 customers to every ambassador after 120 days. 3 to 1. And every month that's growing. Every month that's going to grow. Every single month. And here's the cool thing. Our customers don't quit. You know, in every company that I've been a part of, my customers stay in the business on the average of 79 days. And then they drop off the product. Why? Because they can always go and find that exact same product down the street at the store, 50% of what I was selling it to them for, and they only bought it because I was a friend. Here,
Yes.
the people go, here's the cool thing, is that our ambassadors here, or when I talk to a neighbor or a friend, or somebody asks me all the time, they say, what is it that you do? What you do for a living? iBuumerang. What is that? Oh, it's a technology that allows me to have a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. You know what they always ask me? How? I say, well, it only takes me about 2 minutes. I can actually set you up with our technology. It's free to try, free to keep. There's only one catch. They say, what's the catch? I say, you have to send me a selfie on your first travel savings vacation. That's it. That's it. And nobody will ever, when I save them money, nobody ever says, well, I'm going to switch platforms because that one's cheaper. Because I only make money if I save them money. Everywhere else, my prices were more expensive. It didn't matter. I sold billions of dollars of coffee. Nothing bad to say about my company. I loved it. People can go and get the coffee for 80% cheaper. I've sold nutritional supplements. Millions and millions of dollars of nutritional supplements. People were able to go and get the product 80% cheaper. I've sold functional health beverages. People were able to go and get the product 80% cheaper. Here, with my technology that I have now, I only make money when they can't get the product cheaper. And I show the comparison prices on our website. If you want to know what the competitors' price is, we show them so that they know exactly what the competitor prices are. So we're just changing the industry. It's much bigger than just some travel website. Trust me, I've been around the block 29 years in this industry, and I think I'm a little smarter than just starting another travel company like every other travel company that's out there. And by the way, I wish all of those travel companies well. We're not trying to put them out of business. We want those companies to succeed. Every time a company goes down in our industry, it hurts all of us. So there's enough people out here for all of us to win. Nobody has to lose in order for us to win. There's enough out here for every single person to win. And so we just want to do our job. But when I had this vision of how I could now make it available, okay? Make it available for everybody to win. That's why I created iBuumerang. And I'll tell you this last thing here while we put the top down. Okay. You may not have heard the story, and I explained this to Jimmy about the story between, you know, the elephant, the monkey, and the fish. This is normally how network marketing has been. Network marketing, to give you an example, I want you to imagine that I tell the elephant, the monkey, and the fish who's sitting in front of me, and I say, hey, listen, you know, this is an equal opportunity for every one of you. And how I'm going to prove to you that it's equal, I'm going to actually reward you and make it even, and I'll reward you based off of each one of you to see how fast you can climb the tree. Sounds even, doesn't it? It's the same tree that they have to climb. But the elephant looks at the tree and says, I don't climb trees. I can knock it over, but I can't climb a tree. The fish looks at the tree and says, he says, HB, if I come out of the water, I'm going to die. The monkey's sitting there like, I can't wait. This is what I do all the time. So I didn't start iBuumerang for the monkeys. I'm a monkey. You're a monkey. Okay? You know, Annie's a monkey. Thomas is a monkey. It doesn't matter what the product is, you guys can go and succeed, and you can build anything. Okay? You've already proven it. You've proven it. No matter which company I was in, I built it, and I didn't care what the product was, I built it. But that's not everybody. That's 3%. See, only 3% are monkeys. I built iBuumerang for the elephant and the fish. See, my assistant, who in my last company was with me for 8 years, sponsored 3 people, and none of those people ever sponsored anybody. In 3 months here, she sponsored 10, and I think her group is nearly 100 people now. She's a fish. She doesn't like sales. She doesn't like confrontation. And she's got customers like crazy. And every time a customer, who's free, uses her technology and she saves that customer $2, she makes $1. For every $2 she saves. And so this is why so many people around the world are attracted to iBuumerang. Number one, the integrity of who we are as a company. And I don't tell you to trust our integrity just by this video. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you, you can't trust my integrity today. You barely know me. Integrity is only judged when you have to go through something challenging with a person. It's not judged when you meet a person and you say, oh, this guy's full of integrity. You don't know. Remember, everybody in the beginning is going to tell you everything that sounds good enough to get you into the business. But there's enough people around the industry who are in iBuumerang, just pay attention. We don't have people around just saying, hey, I don't know who he is. A lot of the people are joining because they say, I've been with him and I know the standards. I know how he operates. Not going to lie to you. Not going to cheat you out of anything. I'll tell you the truth even when you don't like it. But more importantly, we're going to go to work and nobody's going to outwork your CEO. That's just how I build. And so with that, I hope that, I know that was a long answer to your question.
Wow.
Okay?
That's the best answer.
But that's the vision. That's who we are.
Awesome.
And if a person says I disagree with that vision, you know what? You can become one of our customers, and it's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. So
Wow.
appreciate you.
Appreciate so much. Thank you very much,
It's
Mr.
about
Holton Buggs.
to
Boom.
boom.
Boom.